Oh, are you tired of playing the fool, chasing after that woman who barely notices you? Welcome to the club, champ. And look, I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do instead of begging for attention. And spoiler, it doesn't involve being anyone's doormat anymore. What I'm about to show you works in any situation you're in, whether it's with that ex who kicked you out, the woman who barely knows you, or the one you've never even kissed. It doesn't matter. The moment you start begging, buddy, you've already lost. That's pure obsession. Sometimes nothing even happened, just some pointless small talk. But there you are, already getting your hopes up. Now you're stuck in the cycle of, should I send another message or not? Man, chasing means you're playing a game where you're the only one on the field. Her. She's not even interested. And you know what's worse? It destroys you for two reasons. One, you care too much about someone who doesn't give a damn about you. And two, you're digging your own dignity's grave. Enough with the small talk. Let's get straight to the point because I don't have patience for people who enjoy suffering. Number one, chasing kills attraction. Let's make one thing crystal clear. Chasing after a woman is the perfect recipe to bury any chance you had. If there was even a tiny bit of interest in you, your desperation will kill it off real quick. And you know what's even more pathetic? Women can smell your desperation from miles away, like a dog starving for attention. And guess what? Nobody wants to be with a guy who doesn't value himself. If you can't even respect yourself, how do you expect her to respect you? Good luck with that. And it doesn't stop there. When you're stuck in that, I'll never find another woman like her mindset, your life starts crumbling in other areas. Your job? Down the drain. Your studies? Forget about it. And of course, you close yourself off from meeting other better women, while you waste time chasing the one who treats you like you don't even exist. Genius move, right? A lot of men still believe in that fairy tale where, if you try hard enough, you'll win the girl. Ah, the beautiful Hollywood story where the guy insists until he gets his happy ending. Let me tell you something. In real life, that just pushes women away. Chasing and taking initiative are two completely different things. Initiative is making the first move and seeing if there's interest. Chasing? That's you begging for attention long after she's made it clear she's not interested. Do the math and figure out which one's going to get you further. Number two, what to do instead of chasing. Alright, you've got it now. Chasing is a losing game. So let's talk about what to actually do to climb out of this mess. Because yes, I promised to give you the right path, and that's exactly what you're going to learn. Pay attention. If you want to be an HMP, honorable, masterful, and purpose-driven man, the first step is simple but crucial. Stop chasing. There's no secret, just stop. Stop texting, stop calling, stop forcing any contact. I know. It feels like you're ripping out a part of yourself, especially if it's an ex. But guess what? It's time to do what needs to be done. If you need to block, delete the number. Wipe her out of your life. Do it now. Priority? You, bro. Now, here's where guys mess up. They stop chasing one woman, but then another one comes along, and they repeat the same cycle. Why? Because you've only swapped obsessions. That first woman was filling a void in your life, and now you've taken her out, leaving that space empty, just waiting for someone else to fill it. Guess what happens? You turn into the same desperate guy, just with a new target. Wrong! The solution to this nonsense is simple. Find something meaningful outside of your love life. Get excited about something real. It could be work, a new project, career, contest, business, whatever. But it has to be something that makes you dive deep into a routine of value, where the focus is on something bigger than her. The woman. She'll show up, sure, but now she's there to add to a life that already makes sense, not to be the solution to your empty existence. Got it? Women add, they don't save your pathetic, purposeless life. Number 3, attraction through absence. Now here's where the magic happens, and here's the trick. The more you focus on yourself, the less room there is for the desperate fool you used to be. And guess what? That's when things shift. Women start to notice you because a man with purpose who isn't begging for attention has a natural air of independence that's undeniably attractive. And you know what might happen? The phenomenon I call attraction through absence. Remember that woman you finally stopped chasing like she was your last hope? Well, there's a good chance she's going to start thinking, what happened to that guy? What's he up to now? And the best part, you didn't do a damn thing to get her attention. You just focused on your life, and that planted a seed of curiosity in her mind. Now, if by chance this woman sends you a message, whether it's that ex who dumped you or someone you barely had anything with, here's the advice: don't screw it up. When she asked why you disappeared, hit her with the truth. I realized you weren't interested, so I moved on with my life. Simple, direct, no nonsense. And boom, the game changes. Now you get to decide if it's worth giving things another shot, or if this story is done. The control is in your hands, not hers. That's how you stop being the guy chasing after people and become the guy they chase after. If you're fed up with being the fool she uses as a doormat, accepting crumbs and then being tossed aside like trash whenever she feels like it, then wake up. It's time to stop swallowing disrespect and turn the tables on this dirty game. Head over to the description and grab the digital book I left for you. After reading it, you'll learn how to become a real challenge, never lower your head again, and put any woman in her place without mercy. Enough of being stepped on and discarded like you're worthless. If you want respect, then start acting like a man who commands respect. Number 4, stop putting women on a pedestal. It's time to accept a reality no one's probably told you. Stop idolizing women like they're the last Coke in the desert. Seriously, this crap about treating women like divine beings, full of light and perfection, is the perfect way to sink yourself. The more you put a woman on a pedestal, the more you dig your own grave. You know what happens? She looks down on you with pity because you've devalued yourself completely. And guess what? No woman wants a guy who crawls at her feet. She wants a man who walks beside her, who values himself. Here's the hard truth. When you treat a woman like a prize, you're basically saying she's more important than you. And that's when it all falls apart. Women sense when you're there, begging for their approval, and that makes you look desperate, needy, and above all, worthless. Who wants to be with someone who has no self-esteem? Exactly, no one. You need to understand that, at the end of the day, she's just another person, flaws, insecurities, bad days, and, surprise, mistakes. There's nothing divine or special about that. She's not going to solve your problems or fill your void. When you stop acting like you're competing for the biggest Fool of the Year trophy and start seeing her as a regular person, that's when the game changes. When you stop chasing like a hungry dog and stand in your own place, things start to flow. The simple fact is this: when you value yourself, you automatically shift your attention to things that actually matter: your work, your projects, your personal life. And guess what? When you're focused on growing, evolving, and becoming a better version of yourself, women notice, and that's far more attractive than any desperate attempt to please. Contrary to what you think, the way to attract a woman isn't by doing everything to make her happy. It's by doing everything to become someone worth it. When you stop acting like the guy who needs her and start being the guy who chooses who's by his side, respect comes. And with respect comes attraction. Now, pay attention. This doesn't mean treating women poorly, being arrogant or indifferent. It means handling things with balance, knowing that you're just as valuable as she is. You place yourself at the center of your life, and anyone who comes into it is there to add, not to be the pillar holding everything up. Number 5, focus on the long game, not instant gratification. You know what ruins a lot of men's lives? This pathetic obsession with wanting everything now, settling for any scrap of attention a woman throws their way. You're so desperate for a response or a like that you completely forget what really matters: building something of value for the long haul. Man, you can't base your life on getting momentary validation. That's the recipe for living in mediocrity. Every time you obsess over waiting for a message or some sign of interest, the time you're wasting could be spent on something that actually gives you a return. While you're sitting there sweating over a yes that may never come, the clock is ticking and you're falling behind. Instead of building something real, your career, your projects, your dreams, you're stuck, begging for attention. Total waste, don't you think? The woman who's worth it won't be attracted because you begged. She'll be attracted by the man you've become. And guess what? That man only exists when you stop chasing instant gratification and start playing the long game. It's about you, your journey, and what you're doing with your life. The real reward isn't a heart emoji on WhatsApp. It's looking at your life's path and seeing everything you've built. And that, my friend, doesn't come quickly. It comes with patience, dedication, and focus on what truly matters. While you're anxiously waiting for that reply, the man who's focused on the long game is building a life worth living. He knows that when he gets there, the woman who comes into his life will be a compliment, not the reason he exists. So, decide what you want to be. The guy who lives on scraps or the man who builds something solid and attracts without begging. The big lesson you need to hammer into your head after watching this video is simple, but hard to swallow. You have to be honest with yourself before anything else. Stop lying to yourself. Stop being the idiot who lives for external validation. Want to get along with a real woman? Then start by valuing yourself and acting in line with your purpose. That's what matters, not this nonsense of pretending to be someone you're not just to please. Do you really think a woman of value is going to be attracted to your pathetic little games? Wake up, brother! What really attracts a woman of value are the pillars you build: honor, mastery, and purpose. If you're not working on that, if you're focusing on how to please instead of how to grow, you've already lost the game before it even started. And now comes the final blow. Honor has two essential sides, and this is where most people fail badly. First, honor yourself. Value yourself, respect your own limits, and stop selling yourself short for a bit of attention. If you don't respect yourself, how the hell do you expect anyone else to? Second, alliance with the truth.
A real man doesn't lie, doesn't play games, isn't fake.
He is who he is, like it or not. If you're afraid of what others think, hiding behind masks, you're already dead inside. That says more about them than it does about you. You know what happens when you stop chasing women who couldn't care less about you? You make room for things that are much better. Things that truly matter in your life, that bring real satisfaction and purpose. You open the doors to a fulfilling life, with women who respect you for the man you've become, not for the clown act you've been playing. Are you going to keep playing the victim? Or are you finally going to be the man you were born to be? The choice is yours.